So in PUC second year, there is a one very important chapter, vector algebra here. So this vector algebra is useful in the mathematics, physics as well as in engineering also. So this is a very important chapter here. So in this chapter we will study the sum of basic concepts about vectors, various operations on vectors and their algebraic geometric properties. These two types of properties when considered together give a full relation to the concept of vectors and lead to the vital applicability in the various areas here. So there are two quantities here in the vectors. One is a scalar quantity, another is a vector quantity here. Here scalar quantity means a quantity has only magnitude here. A quantity which has only magnitude is called a scalar quantity here. So such like a work, length, mass, time, density, speed, area, volume, temperature, money, voltage, density, resistance, etc. These are all scalar quantities here. Next, vector quantity. A quantity that has a magnitude as well as a direction is called a vector here. A quantity it has only magnitude, then it is a scalar here. A vector having a magnitude as well as a direction here is called a vector quantity. So displacement, velocity, acceleration, force, weight, momentum, electric field, etc. are the vector quantities here. So therefore here EB is the one vector here, it is the arrow mark here. It denotes the direction of the vector here. So a directed line segment is a vector denoted as a AB bar. AB arrow mark here or A bar. A bar means it shows the direction of that vector here. The point A from where the vector AB starts is called initial point here. So this is a starting point, so it is the initial point. B is the end point here, it is called a terminal point here. This is the initial point and B is the terminal point. The distance between AB is called magnitude here or length of the vector, and it is denoted by modulus of AB bar or modulus of A bar here. Okay, next on your position vector. Consider a point P in a space having coordinate x, y, z with respect to origin here. Okay, O is on fixed point here. It is on fixed point and P is on variable point here. It's a coordinate here x, y, z here. If you join here OP, then this becomes a position vector of the point P with respect to origin O here. So then the vector OP arrow mark means OP bar, having O and P as its initial and terminal point. O is the initial point, P is the terminal point here respectively. E is called a position vector of the point P with respect to O here. OP bar itself is called a position vector of the point P with respect to O. Using a distance formula, the magnitude of OP bar is modulus of OP bar equal to modulus of R bar equal to root of x square plus y square plus z square here. Sometimes we can write it as a R bar also. You know the distance formula. According to distance formula, root of x2 minus of x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus and z2 minus of z1 whole square here. Here x2 is x here and x1 is a 0, so use here. It gives the root of x2, x means x minus 0 whole square. X2 is a x here and x1 is 0. And y2 is a y and y1 is a 0 here. It's a square here. And z2 taken as a z here and z1 is a 0. It's a square. Therefore, this gives what here? Root of x minus 0 is x here, x square y minus 0 is a y here, y square, z minus 0 is a z square here. Hence modulus of OP bar is the root of x square plus y square plus z square here. It is by the distance formula. Okay. Next direction cosines. Consider the position vector OP bar or r bar of a point p x y z here. Here OP is the position vector of the point p here. Coordinate of the point p is x y z here. The angles alpha, beta, gamma made by the vector r bar with the positive direction of x, y, z axis respectively. Here this vector OP makes angle alpha with the x axis here, and beta with this y axis and gamma with the z axis here. Alpha, beta and gamma, these are the angles made by this vector OP with the x axis, y axis and z axis respectively. These are called direction angles here. Alpha, beta, gamma are called direction angles. The cosine value of these angles, that is cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma, are called direction cosines here. These are called direction cosines of the vector r bar and usually denoted by L, M and N here. Hence L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos beta and N is equal to cos gamma here. So this is a very important result here, because even we can use this direction cosine in the next chapter also. 3-dimensional geometry is there, the next chapter. Even in that chapter also we are using the direction cosines of the vectors here. So in a trigonometry, if it is a right angle triangle here like this, so take this part, this distance is x here, this is y and this is r, and this angle is theta. In that case cos of theta is adjacent divided by hypotenuse here. Yes, x divided by r. So even here also, if we join a and point P here, then OAP is a right angle triangle. OAP is a right angle triangle here. At this point it is a right angle here. Okay, like this. So it is O, then it is A and it is a P here. And this angle is alpha here. This angle is alpha, and here Y is equal to x here. Y is equal to x, and OP is modulus of r means modulus of r bar, or simply you can take r also. Here OP means modulus of this vector here. You can take simply r also using this trigonometric formula cos of alpha here. Cos alpha is x divided by adjacent divided by hypotenuse here. So from this result, take r this side here, and you know that cos alpha you can write it as L also. L is equal to x divided by r. Take r this side here. Hence x is equal to r into L here. Similarly, take the triangle O, B and P here. Then the point P here. Then at this point it is a right angle here. Therefore, just take this here. So this is O, B and P. Here OB is equal to y here. So it is a y, and OP taken as r, and this angle is beta here. This angle is beta. Therefore, cos of beta here, from trigonometry, you can write here cos of beta is y divided by r here, y upon r. Take and cos beta denoted by m here. So m is equal to x upon r. Take r this side here. Y here is a y by r. Therefore, this implies here y is equal to m into r here. Similarly, from this triangle O, C and P here. So even here also it is a right angle here. So take here O, C and P. At this point angle is 90 degree, and this angle is gamma here. This angle is gamma. Then OC is equal to Z here. OC is equal to Z and OP is R. Therefore, cos of gamma is Z divided by R here. So Z upon R, and cos gamma denoted as n here. N is equal to z by r. Hence z is equal to, we can write r into n here, nr. Therefore x is rl, m is mr, and z is nr. So you can write p as a p into bracket x y z here. So x is rl and m is y is mr, okay, or rm, and z is nr or rn here. So therefore coordinate of p gives rl, rm here, rm, rn. Okay. So here the point x, y, z equal to rl, rm and rn here. Here these numbers rl, rm and rn are proportional to the direction cosines, are called direction ratios of the vector r bar. Okay, and denoted as a, b and c here. Okay, a, b, c. Therefore here a is equal to rl here, a is equal to rl, and b is equal to rm, b is equal to rm here, and c is equal to rn, c is equal to rn here. Therefore take l this side here. Hence I can write a divided by r is equal to l here. Otherwise I can write here a divided by l, a divided by l is equal to r, and b divided by m, b divided by m is equal to r here. Then c divided by n is equal to r here. So a by l is r, b upon m is equal to r, c by n equal to r. Hence you can write here a divided by l is equal to b upon m is equal to c divided by n here. Hence a, b, c are called direction ratios here. Then these direction ratios and direction cosines are proportional to each other. That is a upon l is equal to b upon m is equal to c upon n here. And you can take here like this also. L upon A is equal to m upon b is equal to n divided by c also. Here direction ratios and direction cosines are proportional to each other here. Okay, consider this one as a and this one as b, this one as c here. Hence that cross multiply we get these terms here. So each term, each ratio is equal to r in its here. Yes, these are equal here. Therefore direction ratios and the direction cosines are proportional to each other. You can write the ratios like this or even like this also. Okay. Here you know that cos of alpha is equal to x divided by r here, and cos of beta is equal to y by r, and cos of gamma is equal to z divided by r here. And also you know that here modulus of p bar or modulus of r bar, and modulus of r bar also taken as r here, that is the root of x square plus y square plus z square here. Okay, there is squaring and adding here, squaring and adding cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to x square divided by r square plus y square divided by r square plus z square divided by r square. Squaring and adding here. In this case LCM is r square here. So write r square in the denominator. So you can write x square plus y square plus z square here. Here x square plus y square plus z square. Just observe here, r is equal to root x square plus y square plus z square. So squaring here, r square is equal to what here? X square plus y square plus z square. So use here. So use in the numerator r square divided by r square. R square and r square cancels. The remaining is 1 here. And you know that cos alpha denoted as L, cos beta denoted as M here, cos gamma denoted by N. Hence L square. And cos beta is M here, M square. and cos gamma denoted as n here, so n square here is equal to 1 here. So this is a important result here. This is a important result. L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1. But here ABC are the direction ratios here. A square plus B square plus C square cannot be 1 here. Remember it here. Here L, M, N are the direction cosines of ABC are the direction ratios here. But here L square plus M square plus N square is 1. But A square plus B square plus C square is not is equal to 1 here. This is a very important result here. Remember it here. Okay, types of vectors here. First option, first definition here, zero vector. A vector whose initial and terminal points coincide is called a zero vector or null vector, and denoted as a O bar. This is denoted as a O bar. Okay, simply a point is a null vector here. Okay, because here initial and terminal points coincide each other. So similarly, if the vector is like this here, here initial and terminal points coincide each other. It is a bar here. So similarly like this here. Okay, B bar represent the zero vectors here. Okay, initial and terminal points are both coincide each other. Then these are called zero vector or null vector. Second one here, unit vector. A vector whose magnitude is a unity is called a unit vector here. So in July 2014, they asked this definition here for 1 mark. So unit vector means a vector whose magnitude is a unity is called a unit vector here. It is a definition of a unit vector here. Next, the unit vector in the direction of the given vector A bar is denoted by A cap here. Suppose A bar is one vector here. So A bar is one vector. Then unit vector in the direction of the vector A bar means only this one here. If it is a unit vector, means its length is the 1 unit in the direction of the vector A bar. In that case, it is denoted by A cap here. Yes, A cap is given by A bar divided by modulus of A bar here. So this is a very important formula here. Remember it here. So A cap is equal to A bar divided by modulus of A bar. So this is the unit vector in the direction of the vector A bar here. So next definition, co-initial vectors. Two or more vectors having the same initial point are called co-initial vectors. Okay, here suppose take a point up here. So PQ is one vector here. PR is one more vector. PL is a third vector here. PM is a fourth vector. Just observe here, all the vectors having the same initial point here. Yes, these are called co-initial vectors here. Next, collinear vectors here. So, two or more vectors are said to be collinear if they are parallel to the same line, irrespective of their magnitudes and direction here. So, in March 2017, they asked the definition of collinear vectors here. So therefore, if this is one vector here, this is one more vector, they are parallel to each other. A bar and B bar, two vectors, they are parallel to each other. But only directions are same here, but magnitudes are different. Magnitudes are different. Magnitude means their length here, but directions are same here. Magnitudes are different, directions are same. Even in this case also, suppose here C bar is one more vector here. So A bar and C bar along the same line here. Even in that case also it is said to be collinear. Therefore, two or more vectors are said to be collinear if they are parallel to the same line, irrespective of their magnitudes and direction here. Therefore, Here in this case, the even direction opposite here. Suppose take one more vector a b bar, d bar. Even a bar, b bar, c bar having the same direction, but d bar having the opposite direction here. Even in that case also, the vectors are said to be collinear here. So two or more vectors are said to be collinear if they are the parallel. They are parallel to the same line, irrespective of their magnitudes. All they are having a different magnitudes and direction also different here. Okay, only these they are same direction, but this is opposite direction here. Even though they are said to be collinear vectors here. Net equal vectors here. So equal vectors means two vectors a bar and b bar are said to be equal if they have the same magnitude and direction here. So here is a bar here, and this is one more vector b bar. Here the directions are same, even their magnitude also same here. Both are having the same direction as well as same direction, same magnitude. In that case, vectors are said to be equal vectors here. So therefore, a bar is equal to b bar here. So negative of a given vector, a vector whose magnitude is the same as that of a given vector, but direction is opposite to that of it, is called negative of the given vector here. So suppose AB is one vector here. Okay. Then CD is one more vector. Okay, take this one as a DA. Now DC. Here DC is equal to minus of the vector AB. Okay, because magnitudes are same here. They are having the same magnitude here, but opposite direction. Here DC is equal to minus of AB. Okay, therefore you can write here BA. So BA is equal to minus of AB. BA is equal to minus AB also. It is said to be negative of the vector. So 3 times they asked here. March 2015, July 2018 and March 2020. Okay, so this is a very important definition here.